Hello everybody. Today we're going to take a look at my complete collection, or soon to be complete collection, of Super Mario Galaxy movie collectible cards. In the lead up to the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out, Nintendo announced that they'd be doing this collectible card campaign through the Nintendo Today app. And I haven't seen a lot of people online talking about it since it started, but as someone who uses Nintendo Today every day, and especially has been working to collecting all of these cards since they were announced, I figured that I'm probably one of the few people that has all of them, and I don't know how these are going to be archived, if at all. Probably not, but I figured I would be the one to show these to you. So I'm about to open the 40th out of 40 as part of the Super Mario 40 anniversary celebration as well. So there's 40 cards, and this is the last one. So let's see what it is. Yep, that's what I expected. So let's take a look. So let's start at the beginning. So as you can see, there's all 40 of them here. And we'll just start with number 1 and go through them. So the first card is a bit unique. The first time that you opened Nintendo Today and accessed the collectible card gallery part of this app, you were guaranteed to get 2 cards. This one and the next one we'll look at, which is Mario. So this is probably the most unique card in the whole collection because it's not really a card. It's kind of like an overview of the Super Mario Galaxy movie itself. You can see it's got one of the trailers here that you can watch. Provides this synopsis of the story. And then it has just a bunch of like posters and screenshots from the movie and different trailers. You can't make these bigger for whatever reason. But yeah, and the second card, this is also guaranteed the first time you open the app, is Mario. Not much to say, it's Mario. Oh, this is different, this video message. This might be because I have done all the cards. I don't remember that before. But it has like a description of Mario. There's how he looks in the movie. A video message,
Here we go, Mario fans. Chris Pratt here. It's been an immense privilege to be the voice of Mario. I'm so excited you get to experience his latest adventure on the big screen. So thank you, fans, for showing me how much you love this everyday plumber. Ooh, my favorite thing about Mario is a character. You know, he loves his brother. And he's a little guy, but he has big heroics. He's very brave. He's not afraid to jump right into the fire. And I think he's also a very nice and decent human being in the way he interacts with his brother, the way he interacts with Peach, and the way he sees the good in everyone. I think he's a true hero.
So that's nice. It also has like featured games. Of course, for featuring Mario, they've got to show off Mario Bros. And they have each have these little video snippets. Mario 64, Galaxy. And if the game came out while you were alive, it'll tell you like how old you were when this game came out. So Super Mario Galaxy, I was 8. Check out my video about reminiscing about Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for more information about that. Odyssey, I was 18. And more recently, Mario Wonder. Or perhaps most recently, Mario Wonder. Luigi, very nice. Yeah, this movie appearance and video message is new. That must happen after you collect all 40 cards, so great moment from the movie. Let's see what Charlie Day has.
Charlie Day here. As Luigi knows better than anyone, it's more fun working together as a team. Thank you to the cast and crew for all that you did, and to the fans, I see you, I hear you, and I appreciate your support giving me that main character energy I needed to motivate me. Well, my favorite thing about Luigi is his, I would say his fearlessness, but no, he's extremely fearful. So I'm going to say his loyalty.
Luigi likewise was in Super Mario Bros. Oops. Luigi's Mansion. This might be the only spin-off game in this whole list. This came out when I was 2. Most recently played this last October when it came out on Nintendo Switch Online, and that was what I did for Halloween. It was a lot of fun. Galaxy 2. This game came out when I was 11. And New Super Luigi U when I was 14. New Super Luigi U is excellent, and I highly recommend everyone play it. Mario Wonder. Got Peach. Nice moment from the movie. Let's take a look at this clip.
Hi everyone, it's Anya Taylor-Joy. It was an absolute blast getting to voice Princess Peach again and discover new sides of her character, most notably her awesome fighting chops. I'm so excited you get to see her in action the way she was meant to be seen, up on the big screen. It makes all our hard work worth it, so thank you, fans.
Super Mario Bros. This is going to be featured a lot. Super Princess Peach. I kind of find it funny that this is a game that they choose to highlight. This is a game Nintendo has, by and large, swept under the rug. Galaxy, 3D World. We'll talk about 3D World sometime. Princess Peach Showtime. I'll tell this story someday as well. Toad, in his almost Captain Toad appearance, like they basically make Toad from the movies into Captain Toad. They just haven't like committed to the bit fully. Movie appearance. Let's check out the video message.
Keegan-Michael Key here, your loyal sidekick Toad. And since I know a thing or two about playing a supportive part, I just wanted to recognize you, the fans, for your support. We put a lot of work into this movie, so thank you for following us every step of the way. My favorite thing about Toad as a character is his loyalty. I love that he's funny, I love that he's resilient, I love that he's a little sarcastic, but my favorite thing is that he's loyal.
You'll never guess what game Toad is featured in. Mario 2, they have a nice little Mario 2 moment in the movie, which is nice. A lot of Mario 2 references. Mario 3, Galaxy 2, is in Galaxy 1 as well. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on Wii U. I'm glad they acknowledged this game because it's fantastic. It is not as good on Switch, but it is good. So, Switch or Wii U, play this game. It's great. Rosalina. Moment from the beginning of the movie, which is excellent. And Brie Larson's a big Nintendo gamer, so I'm sure she was all over this.
Brie Larson here. From one fan to another, I just have to say I had such a great time working on this film and I can't wait to watch it again. Making this is the experience of a lifetime and it would have never been possible without your support. So thank you for your passion.
Of course, Rosalina debuted in Super Mario Galaxy, so excellent. Became playable in 3D World for some reason. And then for some reason Rosalina hasn't been in that many games, so, highlighting Super Rush here, Mario Party Jamboree, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Meetup in Bella Bell Park. I did the whole extra content, like the training mode and the Koopaling fights in Switch 2 Edition as Rosalina. So I'm happy that she's in the game. Come on over to the Lumas. Lumas are characters in the movie that I think went underused a little bit, but glad that they get their own little card here. Scene from the movie. And of course, they debuted in Super Mario Galaxy as well. Galaxy 2. This is such a weird one. Like, they're highlighting the single stage the Lumas appear in 3D World. Mario Kart World. I need to replay to verify that, this is the only time Lumas appear. Yeah, did you see them? Or did you miss them? They're just like those little specks. Mario Tennis Fever. I guess they're playable in Mario Tennis Fever. Yoshi! Everyone loves Yoshi. No video interview with Donald Glover. Missing out. Super Mario World. This was my first Mario game, and one of the first games I ever played in general. I didn't play it on the Super Nintendo, I played it on Game Boy Advance, but meeting Yoshi for the first time in this game was excellent. Yoshi's Island, a game that I've played a little bit of, but not that much. Yoshi's Story, a game I need to revisit at some point. Of course, Yoshi was in Galaxy 2, and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is coming out in just about a month or so here. So it's cool to see that they put one game in here, you know, a little bit early. Bowser, they definitely did something with Jack Black. Yep. See what he has.
Boom! You just got surprise videoed. That's an advanced Bowser move by yours truly, Jack Black. Thank you for being such a good fan and trusting me again with the mantle of King of the Koopas. You have to understand that I was there for the beginning of video games. And I remember the very first Super Mario game. And even before that, Donkey Kong, bro. In the 80s. And back then, it was just Mario, Donkey Kong, and Princess Peach. Those were the magical times of my childhood. Dunking quarters in the video game. Magical memories of jumping, saving the princess, defeating Donkey Kong. The end.
I appreciate the amount of extra text that they had to add to keep the branding on point, because no one was going to correct Jack Black that he got all this wrong. Sometimes Nintendo they don't need to. But yeah, the original, which is referenced in the movie very well. Super Mario World with the clown car. This battle was a pain in my butt as a kid. Galaxy, Odyssey. This fight was really intense. 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I really liked fighting. I think this is Giga Bowser is what we officially came up with. It doesn't tell me here. But 3D World was... Bowser's Fury was just a really fun game in general. Bowser Jr., character that Nintendo is definitely pushing more and more. There's a lot of Easter eggs with Bowser Jr. in the movie, so pay attention to those. Like the paintbrush has EGAD's logo on it, and you can see a lot of EGAD branded stuff. And in my opinion, Bowser Jr. was the standout from the whole Galaxy movie, I think. In no small part due to his voice actor, Benny Safdie. So, let's listen to Benny Safdie.
Benny Safdie here. I had a ton of fun making this movie. I'm so thankful to follow in Bowser's giant footsteps and to have brought you another Koopa not to be messed with. And thank you, the fans, for following us on this journey and seeing all our hard work come together. My favorite part about playing Bowser Jr. is his ability to go from super, super sweet to extremely angry in a split second. And it was a very fun thing to do. One of the best memories I had of playing the original Super Mario game on Nintendo was when I was able to get to the top of the flag and ride it all the way down, because it was always the hardest thing to do, when you'd get all the way to the end and then the last part was hitting that flag. So
likewise, I appreciate that they had to put brothers in parentheses, because they gotta stay on brand and no one was gonna correct Benny Safdie. Mario Sunshine, game I didn't play until much later in my life, but because I was 3. But there's a lot of inspiration taken in Bowser Jr.'s debut in the movie. Like, he uses the mask to kind of transform, and he doesn't use the mask in the movie to transform. He uses the paintbrush, but the idea of transformation, is still present even from Sunshine. The paintbrush is, of course, referenced multiple times throughout the movie. Bowser Jr.'s signature weapon, and I like that they use that. Mario Wii. This is the game I played probably the most on my Wii. as a kid. Played on this game way too much. But Bowser Jr. is a big part of it. Galaxy 2, Bowser Jr. Was probably also kind of a standout here. I generally find Bowser Jr.'s battles in Galaxy 2 to be much better. Of course, he has the Doomsday. That boss battle was incredible and was referenced in the movie. New Super Mario Bros. U came out when I was 13 years old. It was kind of a standard Bowser Jr. fight. And getting to use like Bowser Jr. to play in Bowser's Fury was actually incredible. And I hope they do more with this concept in the future. Interestingly enough, they created a specific card for Wonder Bowser Jr. And I find it interesting that they do call this form Wonder Bowser Jr. because there is no Wonder Flower in this movie at all, least of all in the scene where he takes on this form. He uses the paintbrush, so I don't know why they decided to call this Wonder Bowser Jr. Instead of Shadow Bowser Jr. Or even just go with something, original for the movie. They could have done that too. But for some reason, they decided to specifically call this Wonder Bowser Jr. The scene is excellent in the movie, in my opinion. And, the appearance is obviously inspired by Wonder, but they could have called it whatever, The Mario movies are kind of a hodgepodge of all kinds of different elements from the Mario games all mashed up together. Kamek. Of course, Kamek has been in both movies and pretty big role. This level in Super Mario World irritated me as a kid because I always got killed by the Magic Koopa spell, or Kamek. I got killed by the spells. Kamek is, of course, a big character in the Yoshi's Island games, and has a nice little role in Super Mario Galaxy as well. Koopa Troopa is here. They make an appearance in the movie. Never guess where Koopa Troopas were first seen, or if they made their debut in Mario 64 or not. Kind of interesting they used the Supermassive Galaxy. I think this is the Supermassive Galaxy from Galaxy 2 to show off Koopas. I'm pretty sure they appear elsewhere in the game. Goombas! These guys are in the movie for a little bit too. Mostly for a gag. But Mario Bros. Super Mario Galaxy. Again, don't know why they choose the big variants instead of like the standard size ones, but sure. And Mario Wonder, of course, they appear there as well. Painted Piranha Plant. These are kind of like Wonder Bowser Jr. These are inspired pretty heavily by the polluted Piranha Plants from Sunshine. I guess there's only one in the movie though. Oh, and they don't even refer to Sunshine here as like game debut. Bullet Bill. These are in the movie for a little bit at the opening. And they were in the first game. They were pretty regularly in Galaxy. I like that they specifically say Mario Kart World here, as if Bullet Bill hasn't been an item in almost every Mario Kart game for the better part of the series' existence at this point. Megaleg. I actually really like Megaleg's adaptation from the game to the movie. While they did make Megaleg smaller, they kept a lot of the detail around like Megaleg's legs. And in the movie, if you watch, you can see that they kept like the painted arrows, the gears spinning around the legs that you would have to platform across. So they kept a lot of the design that made Megaleg special and preserved it in the movie, just shrunk it down a little bit. And I quite like that. Of course, Megaleg was only in Super Mario Galaxy 1. We don't count Dig-a-Leg, who was loosely inspired, I think we can safely say, by Megaleg in the second game. Fire Mario. Not much to say. It's Mario, but with fire. Interesting, they only highlight the first game for that. Frog Luigi. This is a power-up that hasn't been seen since Super Mario Bros. 3. I'd be down for this to come back, though. Wart. Whatever happened to Wart? I think it's cool that they brought Wart back for the movie. He hasn't really been anything since Super Mario Galaxy, or since Super Mario Bros. 2, on NES. in its subsequent remakes. He was not used in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, but they took a lot of Wart's personality and design and attached it to Bowser in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Now that we're bringing back, now that he's been in the movie and everything, maybe it's time to bring Wart back into the main games. Maybe we'll see him in the next game. I think that'd be cool. I think they used him well in the movie. Mauser, similar to Wart, I'd like to see more Mauser in modern Mario. He's in the movie for just a little bit, and he hasn't been seen in anything really since Mario 2 either. Hopefully we can get more of him as well. Birdo, there's something about this Birdo render that just doesn't seem quite right to me. And I think it might be like these legs are too long. I don't know. There's just something about it that doesn't quite sit with me. Correctly. I kind of wish Birdo had a little more screen time in the movie, for that matter. I kind of wish that like Mauser and Wart had mattered a little bit more as well. But Birdo's been seen in a lot of stuff, way more than Mauser and Wart, and they don't call a lot of that out here. Like Mario 2, yeah, Mario Kart World, yeah, but like the Paper Mario games aren't referenced here at all, and that's been like Birdo's, like guaranteed appearance for a while in some gag capacity. So I think that was kind of interesting. Ninja! These guys are, I imagine, what the Nintendo Ninjas are like. In fact, this is probably the last thing you see. This is probably the last thing you see before the Nintendo Ninjas get ya. Likewise, they're referenced in Mario 2. You can play as them in some games like Super Rush, apparently. But these guys have also been featured pretty regularly in like the Paper Mario games. So interesting that they're not really mentioned here. Ukiki. Or if you say it like Wart. Ukiki, look what you brought me. Something like that. They look very nice in the movie. I kind of forgot how many games Ukiki has apparently been in, because like I didn't realize that in Super Mario 64 this is Ukiki. I just thought it was a monkey, which I guess in fairness Ukiki is just kind of a monkey, so I guess that's kind of my bad. Jamboree, I still haven't played much of Jamboree, but apparently Ukiki is in that game too. The Toasterainen, I like that they actually used like Mexican, they actually like spoke Spanish in the Mario movie, or in the Galaxy movie. I think that was really very clever. Hola Yoshi! It was like just great voice acting and direction for the short little bit that they're there. The guy with the maraca, like that was funny. I like that as well. And they have only been seen in Mario Odyssey, but given that they've been in technically both of the Mario movies, like hopefully they come to more things. It'd be kind of weird if they weren't. Rob. I have a little bit of a mixed feeling about Rob. Like in the movie, no matter what, as far as I know, no matter what region you're in, you're getting the family computer color, or the family whatever, the Famicom color variants of Rob. They didn't do like a palette swap for like in Japan you get the Famicom colors, but like if you view the film in North America, you get like the North American Rob colors. They didn't do anything like that, which I think would have been great attention to detail, but I'm okay with them doing just this to pay respect to the original Rob, or as it would have been known in Japan, the FCR. Fill in the blank as to how that would be pronounced. But notably, for featured games, it's like Rob wasn't really a game, but he was used in 2 games. And then he also has kind of been like a Mario Kart staple, oddly, because like Mario Kart DS, I think it was Mario Kart Wii, he was a kart option, so Rob is surprisingly hung in there a little bit. And then of course Super Smash Bros, which isn't referenced here at all. He's been a fighter. The Super Mushroom, what would you like me to say about the Super Mushroom? It's been in virtually everything, yet they can only think of 2 games to call attention to. Fire Flower, love how the Fire Flower looks in the Mario movie. I think it's really great. Again, they're only calling it out in kind of a couple specific games like Galaxy 2. It's been in most, more than it hasn't been. Ice Flower, likewise. I think this was a fun scene. They're calling attention to how it works in Galaxy and in Mario Wii, which I think is where it made its... nope, technically wouldn't be where it made its debut. The debut would have been in Galaxy. But I think Wii is where like it became obvious, like, oh, this is just the opposite of the fire flower. Green shell. It's a green shell. There's not a lot to say. I appreciate that they do highlight how the green shell is an item in Mario Kart World. That's cool. Peach's parasol. Peach's parasol is kind of a big deal in the Mario Galaxy movie, since it's a present from Mario to Princess Peach. Surprisingly, her parasol isn't used a whole lot. I believe it is used in Super Princess Peach, but on this card specifically, they only show it in the context of like the cutscenes of Mario Sunshine, which is interesting. Kind of feel like there's more opportunities for them to use Peach's parasol in like the Mario games themselves. Like I don't know, instead of using like the parachute cap in Mario Wonder, like they could have had Princess Peach use her parasol instead, like when you equip the badge. I don't know, something like that would have been neat, but I get why they didn't do that. Rosalina's wand. It's kind of interesting to me that like they keep giving Rosalina this wand, but don't really commit to Rosalina being like a magic user, but they give her magic when it's like convenient. But like in the game, she just kind of uses the wand to like direct Lumas and do star things. Like she's not really a magic user, but kind of is a magic user. It's weird. I feel like they need to pick a direction for this at some point, like make Rosalina magic or not. I don't really care which, but pick one. Used in the Mario Galaxy movie in this epic scene, which they sort of replicated in the movie, but not as well. It's apparently used in Super Rush. Haven't played Super Rush, so sorry. Yoshi's egg. This, of course, was the end credit scene item from the movie, which then they did basically pick up where the scene left off in the Galaxy movie. And Yoshi's egg has been featured in pretty much everything. So Mario World, Yoshi the game. I have a YouTube short about this, so I'll try to put some kind of a link or attachment here about that. Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush. Talked a little bit about it already. Kind of funny that in this clip it shows the Bowser Jr. emblem instead of the EGAD emblem, because I believe, yeah, it doesn't really show it in the movie appearance. But like in Sunshine, it was definitely an invention of EGAD, and Bowser Jr. used it in Bowser's Fury. I think it would be nice if, like, going forward, they give Bowser Jr. his paintbrush a little bit more to use, like, in the main games, because they can do a lot of stuff with it. You know, especially if they tie it into the theme of transformation, you know, the devs can kind of use that in Bowser Jr. to make a lot of unique possibilities, I think. So hopefully we see more of Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush going forward. Question mark block. I have an unhealthy obsession with these, but they're in the movie. They're in every Mario game I think that's ever been made. Warp pipe. These are in the movie for a little bit here and there. They're in also almost every Mario game. And I take issue with them drawing attention to this scene in particular from 3D World, because that's a clear pipe. And while clear pipes are also warp pipes, not all warp pipes are clear pipes, and they're being very specific elsewhere in this card to just kind of the generic green warp pipe. And that one's clear, as you can tell. Interesting choice. Peach's Castle. Not a whole lot to say about this. They've stuck with virtually the same design in every game since Mario 64, so whoever was responsible for creating the exterior of Peach's Castle in Mario 64, they nailed it out of the park. It's not every day you can use the same design for 30 years and not have the castle get reinvented really at all in any meaningful way. They change it from time to time, but by and large, this is the look of Peach's Castle. The Gateway Galaxy, I've got a level with y'all. I love the way that the Gateway Galaxy looks in this art and in these posters and everything. I don't really like the way that it's portrayed in the Mario Galaxy movie as like just a big airport terminal. That kind of bothers me a lot, actually, because here it looks like it has almost like a mystical homey feel to it. But then, like, you land on the planet and get into this, you know, building, and it's like, oh, it's just an airport terminal. There's crime going on here, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not very in style, or it has very different vibes than how it's presented in the Mario Galaxy game. So, like the way it looks in the movie, don't like the way that they changed so much of it from the game itself. Bowser Jr.'s spaceship. This is awesome. Thought they did a great job adapting the spaceship into the movie from how it looks in Mario Galaxy the game. I always kind of assumed this was like Topman's ship, but nope, they just gave it to Bowser Jr. and I'm totally okay with that. I think it works well. And then we get to the final 40 out of 40 card, which is Bowser's painting with Peach, Bowser and Peach. This thing just became a meme. During his rehabilitation, Bowser takes up painting as a hobby and presents the brothers with a masterpiece he believes worthy of Peach. Luigi tries to be supportive, Mario thinks otherwise. And they made it a wallpaper. How about that? So that is all of the collectible cards that you can get in Nintendo Today for Super Mario Galaxy. This is a promotion that I think they've said is going on until like June 2nd. So if you've been collecting a couple of them, maybe not every day, or if you want to start, go ahead and just download Nintendo Today and start collecting your cards. You get one every day, except for the first day where you get 2. So really, you only need like a month to collect all these. There is a little bit more I want to talk about really quick though, which is if you saw the movie and you did a check-in, you can see a couple special video messages. One from Chris Meledandri from Illumination and one from Shigeru Miyamoto from Nintendo. So you only get to see these by checking in at the movie theater and using the Nintendo Today app. They did a lot of video messages as part of the Galaxy movie promotion. I don't know really where that came from. We'll listen to Chris's thing.
Thank you for coming to the theater today to experience the Super Mario Galaxy movie the way it was meant to be seen on the big screen. The Illumination teams in Paris and Santa Monica spent years working closely with our partners at Nintendo to fill every moment, every inch of the screen with character details and location designs informed by over 40 years of Mario lore. Your passion has motivated us every step of the way, and I couldn't be more excited to share this film with fans like you.
So that's very nice. And we'll do a look at Miyamoto's.
The Super Mario Galaxy Movie をご覧いただき、本当にありがとうございました。今回の映画はスーパーマリオギャラクシーというタイトルですが、ご覧いただいた通り40年にわたって作り続けてきたたくさんのマリオのゲームのエッセンスをこれでもかと詰め込んでいました。皆さんの思い出に残るマリオのゲームもきっと登場していたのではないかと思います。よろしければまた出してきて遊んでもらえると嬉しいです。これからもいろんなマリオをお届けしていきますので楽しみにしてください。それでは Here we go!
Also very nice. So yeah, Nintendo did a lot of promotional stuff in Nintendo Today for the Mario Galaxy movie. A lot of video messages. They encourage you to do like an Easter egg hunt, so they have like 10 specific Easter eggs, and if you pay attention while watching the movie, you probably will clock most of these. And by doing the check-in, let me go over to my calendar here, you even get like a special stamp added to your calendar. Oops, I still needed to be in April. There it says like theater screening, thank you. And you can see you get like this little passport stamp for each time that you saw the movie, which is very nice. So a lot of integration with Nintendo Today for this movie. I don't know if it actually paid off or not, but hopefully it did, and maybe we'll see more of this stuff when the Zelda movie starts coming out next year. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.